So, Evans, you have an incredible life. You were military. Thank you for your service, by the way. And now you switched gears and became an actor. Why the change?
I've always wanted to be an actor. I've enjoyed acting ever since I was a little kid. I did the school plays, did the high school plays. When I was going to get ready to go to college, my parents asked me, "What do you want to do?" And I want to be an actor. And my parents, they loved me very much, so they gave me some excellent advice. And they said, "We believe in you. We love you. We support you, and we know you can do anything you set your mind to. But you like to do this thing called eating, and we have the grocery receipts to prove it." So you might want to go with something else first and kind of use acting as a fallback. So I listened to them and I became an agricultural business major. And so it's the business side of growing anything under the sun. And I figured as long as people needed to eat, I'd have a job somewhere. And I wound up in the military for the next 2 decades because God has a sense of humor. I'm the cosmic punchline. It's just that simple. There you go. So after I retired from the military, that's when I decided, I can do anything right now. Let's go give acting another shot. And so that's what brought me here.
That's incredible. Now, what branch of the military were you in?
Marine Corps.
Nice, nice. I did junior ROTC when I was in high school for 2 years. I went to the mini boot camp at the Marines and scariest, best, worst experience of my life. It was like crazy, but good memories though.
There you go. Yeah, you can't call me a jarhead. Jars hold things.
I like that. I like that. I haven't heard that one before.
Feel
That's
free.
Yep, dad joke, right?
Of course. Those are the best ones.
Exactly. I love the dad jokes. You can't go wrong with them.
Bingo. Bingo.
So tell me a little bit about your acting.
Well, let's see. Growing up, I did magic and I did that was my part-time job. I was a magician and I did birthday parties and things like that. A lot of those. When I got into college, I did plays. In high school, I also did plays in high school and college. And just a great, great time. I really have good memories of all of that stuff. Then when I went to the military and graduated, retired from there and went to Tom Totteroff Acting Conservatory in Manhattan. And actually the summer between my first and second year, I got my very first role as a lead in an indie movie called Staged Fighter.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. That's incredible.
How awesome is that? Oh, that was a great experience. That was, all my experience, all I can tell you is, and that was great, and that was great, and that was great. No complaints. I'm not making any money yet, but hey, that will come, I'm sure. I'm not starving either, so I'm happy. So yeah, I've been doing industrials. I've done several local commercials, and I just started training with Valerie Hubbard, and we're going to see what happens with that. I just signed up about yesterday, I think it was. Yeah. And so we're going to start training with her and I want to see, I'm trying to get to, the next level up and get a couple of guest star appearances, build the resume, make it look more professional and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. Now, what would be your dream show to be on that's on now?
Wow. That is a great question. I definitely see myself on shows like NCIS, Ozark, love Ozark, Blue Bloods, any of those police thriller, dramas ones, procedurals. I was reading that NCIS might be starting a new series, NCIS Hawaii.
Yes, I'm so excited about that one.
Me too. Because the NCIS has done a couple of them. They've got Louisiana and what was the other one? I forgot the other one.
Yeah, and I know there's another one, but yeah.
Yeah, and those two just didn't quite, they're still there, but they're not quite as popular as the original. The original is truly awesome, and I would love to be on that show, definitely. And that shoots right here on the East Coast, so hey, how much better is that? But yeah, the one for Hawaii, I'd be happy to. Oh, I'd love to try out for that. Just to audition for it. You kidding?
Go for it. Go for it. What's stopping you?
Nothing. That's what's stopping me. They haven't posted any of the audition information yet. That's what's stopping me. I'm waiting on them.
Keep on looking because I could see you on that. I can also see you doing some kind of sitcom work too.
Yes, I've gotten that a lot, in fact. Thank you.
Yeah, maybe you could do Young Sheldon. I can kind of see you playing one of the professors or one of Mima's boyfriends or something.
Oh, Ed Begley Jr. is on there.
Yes.
Oh, he is so much fun. I really enjoy his character in general. He plays a lot of fun characters, if you notice,
Oh, absolutely. I just actually talked to him a couple of weeks ago. Incredible guy. So nice. So
Yeah,
nice.
yeah. Well, a lot of people in acting usually are. We don't really have too many prima donnas. Don't really make it anymore. I don't think.
I've never had that, knock wood, in the almost 13 years I've been in this business. I've never really had anyone that was bad.
Yeah. So what do you do besides doing the interviews?
I actually work as an academic researcher for the University of Pittsburgh.
Oh, neat. How's that?
Yeah.
How's
It's an interesting job because we do surveys for the health department. So I learn a lot about that aspect of it. And I use my degree in a different way. So it's not really journalism, but I'm using my interviewing and broadcasting skills.
Yes, you are. That's
So
excellent. That is fantastic. Well, you definitely
thank
carved
you.
out a niche for yourself. That is excellent.
Thank you so much. And what else are you working on? Do you have any other projects on the docket or?
I'm doing a lot of classes and a lot of training right now. So I'm going to be doing a lot of self tapes and sending out a lot of interest videos. You know, hey, here's me. This is what I do. Here's what I am. Blah blah blah. Those kinds of things. Again, this is the training with Valerie that I was just mentioned. That's what we're going to be getting at. And so she has a lot of the contacts in the industry, and as well as a lot of managers and agents and casting directors. And she says, yes, there are a lot of people that I definitely want to put you in contact with. And that's just part of the training program, which I think is phenomenal. That's a great follow up. I would love to have seen that when I was in conservatory training. And, you know, looking back, that's what I like to see enhanced. So I wanted to contact them and say, hey, why don't you add this to your program? They'd definitely be killer.
I like it. I like it. Like I said, I could definitely see you doing a diverse kind of role. And I know I asked you what kind of role you want, but now who do you want to work with?
Oh, wow. Well, of course, the big stars. I would love to work with Tom Hanks, Alan Arkin, Seth Rogen. Um, yeah, just all those really big people. Um, see, oh, I just forgot her name. Meryl Streep. How did I forget Meryl Streep? Seriously. Downton Abbey. Anybody on Downton Abbey. I would love to work with anybody there. Absolutely. Those are all fantastic actors. One who really surprised me is Hugh Jackman. I remember when he first came out. I thought, pretty face. He's not going to last. But my God, that guy's got some serious depth and breadth to him, doesn't he?
Absolutely. Him and
Yeah,
Keanu Reeves, I think, are the two
Keanu,
that
yes.
really, yes.
Yeah, now Keanu, he's one of those very few from. I'm older than you, and I remember when that movie came out, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure,
Yes.
and he was just so iconically that character that anytime I see him in anything else, to this day, I still think of Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. You know, there aren't too many actors that have that kind of impact on me. But yeah, like the Tom Hanks, he's Tom Hanks. I don't see him just as the character in Big or the character with the airplane, the Captain Scully when he crashed the airplane in the Hudson.
Oh, yeah.
He doesn't have that staying power, and so I have to kind of remind myself, yes, he did those roles, but Tom Hanks is always Tom Hanks. You know, Alan Arkin is always an interesting one because that guy is such a chameleon, especially in the Kaminsky method. I don't know if you've seen that yet or not.
Yes. So good. It's
That's
amazing.
fantastic. Oh my God, I enjoy that. Modern Mrs. Maisel. I would love to be on the Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. I'd love to be on that show as well. There's anybody on that show. I'd work with anybody there. Anybody on any of the NCISs? Absolutely. There's a lot of people. I try to, like most actors, I think, I try to surround myself with very positive, upbeat individuals. And I've been very, very fortunate so far that that's really the vast majority that I have met. There's always one or two out there, but I really didn't have very much interaction with them at all. And I only found out about it because other people told me about it. I was like, oh, that wasn't my experience, but okay. And moving on. So yeah, right now I'm actually working on weekends at a place called the Jekyll and Hyde Club in Manhattan, in Greenwich Village. And I do improv and stand up there.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to go see you one day.
Yep, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I'm there. I'm tired the whole shift. So
Nice.
they have limited hours because of COVID right now, but yeah, I'm there. They've got all the protections in place. Everything's starting to open up again. It's really great seeing a lot more customers come in.
Oh, absolutely. And hopefully soon it'll all be over and you can get even more people coming to see you.
Hopefully, I don't really realistically, I think we're going to be with this for quite a bit longer, and that's
Yeah.
unfortunate. But it 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 is what it is. You know, it's running its course.
Exactly. Now, have you considered writing a book about your experience about the military becoming an actor? Because I think that would be a phenomenal read.
Many people have told me that. Many, you're not the first one by any stretch of the imagination. I started taking down notes. Thankfully, I do enjoy journaling, and I have a Penzu account, and I journal online. I keep everything there. And yeah, I really should sit down one day and just really start putting it all together into a book form. One of these days, I will do that.
I
But
would love to see it.
yeah, writing is not really my strong suit. I'm not that engaging or entertaining as a writer, so I would have to definitely get a ghostwriter to help me with that. No doubt.
Nice.
No
Yeah.
doubt.
And one thing I like to ask the people I interview is tell me a fun, surprising fact about yourself.
Fun surprising fact about me. I'm learning how to cook, and I'm not very good at it yet, but I'm not starving to death either. So I haven't thrown away too much food. So I'm very happy about that. No matter how it tastes, I will eat it. I love dogs. I'm a huge dog guy. And I wish I had a nickel for every time people said, "Oh, my dog never does that." Dogs just come up to me. I was standing at a crossing light one day when I was in Manhattan, and I felt something on my foot, like somebody not stepping on my foot, but like pressure on my foot. And I looked down, and there was a Rottweiler on. He was on his leash, owner was leash, and the owner was on their phone. And he sat on my foot, and he's looking over his shoulder at me, going, "Hey, not going to scratch itself, pal." So I definitely been on. I started scratching them, petting them, and she turned around. She realized what happened, and she said, "Oh, I'm so sorry. That never happens." And I'm like, to me, it always happens. I mean, me and dogs, we get along great. I don't hate other animals. I'm a big animal guy in general, but just dogs are definitely my favorite.
Nice. Do you have any?
Not right now. I don't, just because in this transition right now. But I definitely want to get another one. My last dog was Loki. She was in a Kita Collie mix.
Oh,
Yes, well, she's in doggy heaven now, but every morning about 3, 4 in the morning, I get a cold, wet dog nose in my ear. Not nearly as enjoyable as it sounds. But I finally figured out that if I took her for a 12-mile run every day, not all at once, but like 4, 4, 4, break it up throughout the day, she'd sleep through the night. More importantly, would sleep through the night. Once got thumbs and is smarter. Than a dog, right here. This guy. Of course, after a
nice.
while, I'm like, "Wait, who's training who here? Who's in charge?"
Right. And who
Higher
rescued
life
who?
form,
Yeah.
opposable thumb. I get to be in charge. And right then, as I was telling her that, she actually stopped and pooped and kind of looking at me while she's pooping. And, hey, 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 making something for you there, Mr. In Charge. Can you pick that up for me? Use that opposable thumb, would you?
I love it. I love it.
She's
And
great. She's
nice.
great. But yeah, I got orders sending me to Japan, and I couldn't bring her with me.
Oh,
Yeah, so I found she wound up on 13 acres of rabbit-infested farmland. She
wow.
had a great life. She had a great life.
Good
Aaron.
for her. Good for her.
Yep.
And going back to your cooking, what would you say is your signature dish so far?
Right now, I just learned how to make tuna stir fry.
Ooh,
Yeah, which the very first time I heard, I was like, tuna and stir fry. I don't see how those two go together, but it looked pretty good. I was watching it on a YouTube channel, on several cooking channels. I think I can do all of that. I really think I can. Some of the stuff I look at and the sous vide stuff, no, that's never happening. No. A stick blender is going to do without pushing the envelope with me. That's about it. But yeah, so I decided to give this a shot, and I have one of those instant pots.
I
So,
love those.
oh my God, it was fantastic. I didn't. How did I live without this? Seriously,
Exactly. Yeah.
you never know you need it until you're like, wow, this is fantastic. So I make a big batch of rice every Sunday night, and then I use it throughout the week for different stir fries. And I'm working on stir fries right now. A lot of tofu. I'm a vegetarian now because of cholesterol levels. Yay! And they're finally coming down, so I'm getting healthier as well. No complaints. No complaints. But yeah, it's that. And I'm a huge smoothie guy. I really like smoothies, my veggie smoothies and stuff like that.
I like the smoothies too, but I make mine with a lot of fruits and stuff. I throw in the strawberries, the bananas, the almond milk,
Yeah,
protein powder. So it's
yeah, they're
a little
fantastic.
good.
I do the green ones just because they're lower in sugar is what everybody tells me. I have no idea. I'm not a nutritionist. I haven't done the math. No science here. No clue. But that's what they tell me. So those are my dessert smoothies. And yes, I do have quite a few of those as well.
Yes. One thing I like to put in them is I put the powdered peanut butter in them. Have you ever tried that?
Yes, I have. I just tried that for the very first time like 2 weeks ago. And I was like, oh my God, this is fantastic. It
Yes.
thickens and it tastes like peanut butter.
Yeah, the best part is you don't have that sticky mess afterwards in the blender, so it's easier to clean up.
Bingo, exactly. Oh, yes. What kind of blender do you use?
I have no idea. I have a Ninja one at my house, but when I'm at my mom's, I forget. I think she's the Oster brand, maybe. I don't know. Either way, it works.
Yeah, that's what counts. I've
Exactly.
I've had a couple of different blenders in my life as well, and the Vitamix is the one that I have found works best for me.
Oh, nice, nice.
Because I found that it doesn't matter which blender you use. I've tried quite a few things like cucumbers. It won't chop up the skin perfectly smooth. You'll always have little chunks,
Yes.
and seriously, how annoying is that? Not really that big a deal, but if I really want to get it totally smooth, you have to peel the cucumber, and there's stuff like that with all of them, you know.
Oh, absolutely. And since we're a TV site too, what are you watching on TV these days?
I just restarted. I've rewatched Ozark like twice. I've seen all of NCIS. I saw Seth Rogen's, a lot of his material. So An American Pickle, just finished watching that. Really funny, very enjoyable movie all the way around. And I'm watching one that I just found called Deadbeat. I don't know if you're familiar with that. It's actually on Hulu, but I can get it through Amazon Prime. And it's about this guy, Tyler Labine, plays the role of a medium, and he can talk to ghosts. And it's with a very comedic twist. And some of the comedy is slightly dark, but the first two seasons are absolutely hysterical. I'm looking forward to what's going to be in season 3. I really hope they keep all the characters going because they really make a great ensemble all the way around.
Nice. I got to check that one out. I love it. I love stuff like that. I'm like a big fan of the show Psych, and it kind of reminds me of that.
Yes, Psych, Monk, love those
Yes.
shows. Absolutely.
Yes.
Dexter's a little dark, but the Santa Clarita Diet. I am so upset that they're not going to keep that
I
going.
know. That was so good.
That was so much fun. I was
Yes.
in acting class, in the conservatory. I used some of those scenes constantly from now on. I'd rewatch and type them out, and people loved them. I was like, yeah. I was like, wow, that's too bad. Too bad. That
It's sad.
I liked Firefly too. I'm surprised that one didn't last.
Don't even get me started about how mad I am about that. Nathan Fillion and Jules Sestade and the whole cast was fantastic. And Gina Torres, how you can even get her?
Yeah,
She's amazing.
yeah. I mean, it was a really great show. It had it all. Yeah, I enjoyed that.
It did. I'm never gonna forgive Fox for getting rid of that show.
Well, if that's your biggest problem between now and the grave, I think you're okay.
Exactly. Yeah. So I'm like, this is what I'm most mad about, that I'm living okay. So can't complain about that, but still.
There you go.
And where can we find you on social media so we can follow your career and all your endeavors that are coming up?
Sure. I'm on Instagram, Evans Now Acting, Facebook, Evans the Actor,
Okay.
and of course on the Google platforms. My LinkedIn account, I don't think I'm using that anymore. I'm trying to remember Twitter. I think it's just Evans F34 because I started that when I was 34 years old.
Okay.
That's how old that account is. But yeah, those are all the places where you'll regularly find me.
All right. We'll send you a follow. Thank you so much for taking the time today. I really appreciate you.
Fantastic. I appreciate your time. Thank you so much.
No problem. You too. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.